Hello vinyl community, Frank here, aka Mr. 666 Calls, back with a thread response to Blake's thread about music books. As you guys know, I enjoy reading about music as much as listening to music. So without further ado, some books I'm gonna go faster on them because they've been shown before or I've shown them before. So I won't spend too much time on them, but some are more, like a genre that I'm interested in and haven't been shown before, so I'll take a little bit more time. And a lot of these books I've been buying at a big retailer. And their prices, they're like at 66% off the marked price on the sleeve. So a lot of these books I've paid like maybe between $8 and $15 for a book, so which is a pretty good deal. So without further ado, I'm gonna start off. This is Punk Diary, The Ultimate Transporter's Guide to Underground Rock, 1970 to 1982, by George Gimach, and it does include a CD in it. So you guys have a CD. This I got for $8. I'll tell you guys, it's at HMV. It's not a plug for the store, because I love independent record stores. I hope so, because I own one. So here we go. This, as you guys can see, it's as thick as a brick. It's heavy, and it's a diary day by day of main events in the punk scene, and new wave, like from the start. Like you see, October 19, 1972, which was a Thursday, when there's information about Wayne County and suicide. There was no specific show on that day, but there's a lot of info. Every single release, information on a band changing name or a new band member joining the band. This is nuts. This is crazy. Not one of my favorite genres of music, but I like to get information on it, so this is good. And another, this is Mr. Fart Boy Showed It. Our Band Could Be Your Life, scenes from the American indie underground, 1981 to 1991, by Michael Azerrad. This is interviews like with about maybe a dozen punk bands, with a bit of history on the bands. There's some pictures there, and I have my bookmark What I Am. So this is a pretty good book. It's a hard, for me, I've been having a hard time, it's not a book that I'm gonna read from front to back, it's like, it's too intense. I don't know, it doesn't grab me as other books do, And now to whole different genre, avant-garde jazz. This is Horizon's Touch, the music of ECM. This is a slipcase. It's by Steve Lake and Paul Griffiths. It's released on Granta. This one goes for about $60. I ordered it through the ECM web store, and it's interviews with almost every single artist that's on the ECM catalog, and it's crazy. There's anecdotes on recording sessions and everything, how some artists met other artists, this is a beautiful book. If you like ECM, this is a must. And also on ECM, on their 40th anniversary, a Japanese publishing house released the old ECM catalog. This is in Japanese. You guys can see there's an OB strip right here, and it's every single record that they release. There's information on them. You have a picture of every record sleeve that they released, and information on every single release, catalog number, how long it lasts, all the players on the album, info and everything. It's in Japanese and in English, of course. This is like, if you want information on the whole catalog, this is beautiful. This is this. These I've shown. This is Krautrock, Cosmic Rock and its Legacy. It's on Black Dog Publishing. This is about some, like Krautrock, scene in Germany. A lot of info on every single band out of Germany in those days. So this is a must if you're a Krautrock fan. And now to some prog rock. Mountains Come Out of the Sky, The Illustrated History of Prog Rock by Will Romano. This is on Backbeat Books. This is also information on a lot of prog bands from the 70s. A lot of pictures, beautiful info, record sleeves, labels info. So this is a pretty good read also. And now to some books on specific bands. This is actually one that I bought on last Monday. A whole lot of Led Zeppelin. This is by John Bream. This is an history of the band with a lot of pictures, memorabilia, poster, tour dates, like anecdotes, interviews with the crew and the band. This is an amazing read, I'm already up to 100 pages in 2 days. It's like, this is an amazing read. And another book that I bought like 2 weeks ago. This is The Eagles. I actually read it. This is beautiful. If you enjoy The Eagles, an American band by Andrew Vaughn. So you have pictures again, interviews, info, and there's also info on all the band members' solo work. So there's a record by record account. So this is an amazing book if you do enjoy the Eagles. Another specific book on a specific band, Pink Floyd. This one is actually in French. It was given to me by my ex-girlfriend. So this is beautiful. Again, the same type of book as the others, like an account of year by year of the band, like where they played, concert dates, everything. This is a beautiful book, and this is published Les Éditions Place de Victoire, French publishing house. And the last one on a specific group. This is Genesis, Chapters and Verse. It's the whole history of Genesis, from their first album to their last, and some on the solo work by band members. This is an amazing book. This is, if you love Genesis, guys, enjoy it. This is, they have pictures, info from their early days when they met in high school. And it's nuts. It's a must for any Genesis fan. This is an amazing read. And okay, these books are heavy. This is Classic Tracks Back-to-Back Albums, backed with classic tracks back-to-back singles. This has been shown. Yellow Vox have shown it. This is info on specific albums, but very in-depth and all kinds of genre. So this is pretty cool. This 1001 albums you must hear before you die has been shown before. This is thanks to Big Star. I got this one and a lot of albums I buy out of this because of what I read on these records. Okay, my favorite genre, metal, of course. So a lot of these books are on Bazillion Points, which is a publishing house that mostly publishes music books that have to do something with metal. So, and if I'm not mistaken, it's owned by Ian Christie, which wrote this amazing book, Sound of the Beast, the complete headbanging history of heavy metal, from its beginning with Black Sabbath, let's say Blue Shear, up to, you know, like all genres, you know, death metal, black metal, trash, you know, like the big, you know, like hair metal scene in the 80s. So this is an amazing read, and it's by Ian Christie, like I said, and it's on It imprint, I think, HarperCollins. There we go. And this one is in Spanish. It's by Andres Padiles. This is a retrospective of Chilean thrash metal from 1983 to 1991, especially for Chile. There's an account of every single band and release between those years that came out of Chile. This is in Spanish. So this is amazing. So you have info on fanzines, every single cassette or vinyl or CD that came out. So this is pretty kick-ass. And I think they're working on an English version of this. But I couldn't wait, I had to get my hands on this one. And this is back in the, I think it started in 1985. This is a fanzine that came out of Norway, and it was published by John Christiansen, and his headbanger name is Metallian. And this is the Slayer Mag Diaries. As you guys can see, this is heavy as 2 bricks because it's crazy. The first 5 issues were in Norwegian. Then it became an English fanzine. You have interviews from the beginning of every single important band. There's color pictures, artwork that, you know, like today are classic death, black, and thrash metal bands, you know. So this is just an amazing book. This is a huge piece of history. Metal history is in these pages. This is sick. From a young kid that started at his house, you know, like when he was maybe what, 12, 13 years old, is just amazing. Also on Bazillion Points, one of my favorite books, Only Death Is Real. It's by Tom Gabriel Fisher, the frontman of Celtic Frost, which is my favorite metal band. This is interviews. It's an history from the beginning as Hellhammer into Celtic Frost. This is from 1981 to 1985. I don't know if they're probably gonna be working on one, you know, like from 86 until the end of Celtic Frost. That's what I heard, but I can't bet on that. So a lot of pictures, interviews. You even have, you know, like facsimiles of pages from their fan club back then, you know, like artwork. It's one of the best reads on Celtic Frost. This is amazing. This is a must. And also on Bazillion Points, Murder in the Front Row, Shots from the Bay Area Thrash Metal Epicenter by Harald Imjoen and Brian Liu. This is like a picture by picture history of the early Bay thrash metal scene. So you have pictures of you know, like Metallica, Exodus, Testament, and it's like it's crazy. Megadeth, you know, like from their early days, you know. This is it's not a big read though, but there's a lot of important pictures there and history in here. So this is pretty sick. This is an amazing book. Again, nice hardcover. And last but not least, this is a death metal Bible, Swedish death metal by Daniel Ekeroth. This is an account of Swedish death metal from their beginning, with demos, interviews with bands, different versions, fanzines, you know, everything that has to do with the Swedish death metal scene. This is a must also if you do enjoy death metal. Again, on Bazillion Points. This is crazy. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's my response, and see you guys. Keep on reading and listening to music, and rock on.